we have mostly seen Predator Badlands.
Ooh.
Wow, this movie is getting hyped up to the max on social media. Everyone just seems to be singing its praises in a totally authentic and organic way, which definitely wasn't bought and paid for. But I would be interested in hearing your thoughts about this movie now that you've seen it. Did you enjoy Disney's Predator?
Yeah, sorry. I went to a press screening, and when I walked out, I basically said it was the third best Disney movie of the year. Right? We have Lilo and Stitch. We have Freakier Friday.
Wow. Jesus
and
Christ.
Predator Badlands.
Freakier Friday. I do love this one. It's Grace Randolph's favorite Predator film. It's probably the only Predator film she's ever watched or knows about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I said in the back room, and this was mentioned to me, and I kind of agree. Like, this feels like a lost Star Wars script for The Mandalorian, and they just adapted it and made it into a Predator film. And holy shit, does she not shut the fuck up? She was the most annoying character I think I've ever witnessed in a screen. Like, and I was like, I can't even watch this. I just put it second screen. I couldn't even watch it. It's that bad. It had potential. There was moments there where you saw where they could go with it, but other than that, it was just a nightmare to watch.
So my understanding, like, the Predator literally like talks and shit. Like,
yeah,
a lot.
They overcome this.
Okay, so I'm the odd man out here. I didn't have enough time to watch it beforehand, so they're going to be filling me in. But I looked up a synopsis. I looked some stuff up on it. I did a little bit of legwork, and when I looked up the synopsis, it was like talking about the personal problems of what appeared to be the Predator.
Yes,
like,
yes.
Wait a minute. Should we know this much about
the way the film gets around this is the android uses like what she calls a universal translator, which is just a magical bullshit way of getting around it. So she can talk in English, so the audience hears her speaking English, but she's actually speaking Yautja because she understands their language and it's hearing its own language from her. And when it speaks, it's in its own language, but we get subtitles. So that's the convoluted way of them giving the audience the most like streamlined viewing experience for it. But
AVP had more restriction on this. Fucking Paul W.S. Anderson didn't allow the Predator to talk. Yeah. Instead, it would use motions, which was considered cringe by the fan base at the time. But
it's always bad when you're demystifying these things.
Like,
I'm not a big fan of the alien being called the xenomorph, and now we're calling the Yautja, and they literally have dialogue now.
I think this is something that has been filled in a bit over the years. Like, I'm not really into like the Predator comics and the novels and stuff, but like they have sort of filled out the backstory for the Predator race. If you're inclined to go into that, fair enough. It's never really been my thing. Much like yourself, much prefer them to be mysterious. Mm-hmm. The mystique around them is much more interesting than the answers that we get. But they've obviously decided to go that route with this. I think if I was to try and define this movie, I would say if you just were able to look at it as a generic sci-fi adventure movie with action in it, and forget about the Predator connections, it's probably all right. It's forgettable, like fluff, pretty much. It's just there's at its core, it's a story of like redemption and friendship and like mutual sacrifice for things. It's nothing earth shattering, but it's like, okay, it's fine, and it's a perfect like Disney formulaic movie. The problem comes in when you realize, though, it's meant to fit into the same universe as the first and second Predator movies. And then you realize this is a fucking joke of a film. Like, it's so Disney-fied. It's got jokes everywhere. It's got like a cute little alien that follows them around.
Pop culture humor in a Predator movie?
Yes. The line "I trusted you" from a Yautja, I was just like, okay, what are we doing here? Like,
I think as Gooch was saying, the biggest problem with this movie by far, though, is it Thea, the android?
Yeah,
Thea. She is fucking insufferable. She never shuts up. She's constantly telling jokes and like cracking wise and just like giving the Predator shit. And it is so fucking irritating. Like, you want her to die, basically, just to stop her talking. It's like, you know how Ash from the original Alien and Bishop from the second one, like, they are interesting characters and they can convey a degree of emotion, but like they're kind of blank slates in terms of their personality, which is what you'd expect from a fucking robot. It's like everything that was missing from them has somehow been poured into her and amplified 100-fold because, wow, she is something else, man.
Ooh.
Some kind of like a C-3PO thing going on.
Well, yeah, that's what
worse.
Trachtenberg said, that he wanted that Chewbacca C-3PO scene in there. Like
Because this is a Predator movie.
Yeah,
and we need that.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll agree with you, Drinker. I've seen a lot of indie sci-fi movies, and I would say if you pull the Predator elements out of this movie and just made this movie the story, you'd have a fairly decent sci-fi thriller. But the problem is, this is Disney. They have hundreds of millions of dollars they get thrown into it, and this should have been a much better film, a more complex film, and it really should have hit on the themes of the original Predator movies. I mean, who asked for backstory? And that's what we're getting here.
But you could say the same thing for Alien Earth. If that was just a sci-fi show, you could have maybe got away with it. But because it's Alien,
right. That's the problem. Is you could make great sci-fi movies, but the problem is when you layer a franchise on top of it, you are now bound to the rules of that franchise. And when you inevitably break those rules, you ruin the franchise.
Yeah, like I judge my Predator films on a sliding scale based on how much Jesse the Body Ventura the film has to offer. That's bonus points if he goes in a great way in that movie.
Well, there's no toxic masculinity in this, and like all of the there's not even humans in it, right? Because there's a big army of synths that they end up fighting near the end, and that's purely so that they can have extremely like gruesome dismemberments and stuff. But there's no real emotional weight to it because they're just robots. Like, they can't feel pain and they don't really care whether they live or die anyway. So it's just obstacles that have to be removed.
You're saying it's rated R violence, but for PG-13.
By the way, the male synths are weaker and the two female synths are the stronger.
Well, the females, Thea can beat them up with just her legs. Like, her legs are just disembodied and walk around by themselves.
It's a little bit confusing.
It's bad. It's bad.
How is she outclassing? She's split in two halves, and she's defeating like several androids, even though she's an android. So it's just like, how power levels, guys? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Oh, and they're retarded. They're retarded on top of that. He has a gun, and he's just like looks past her, and he's like, "What about the creature? There's a creature there. You would shoot it, wouldn't you? You would just naturally shoot it." But he's like asking her, "What do I do with the creature?"
Well, because she disguises herself as the other android that's in charge by making her eye go fucking retarded. And like, for some reason, he doesn't recognize her. And I was like, do these things really just look at each other visually? I'm pretty sure like they can sense like their identification signals or whatever.
She reports to Mother as though they're both like a commander in their office, are like humans. Like, remember, Mother is, like, hey, what happened to the Predator? And the android's like, it's dead. Like, lying, and Mother's like, oh, okay, good. It's like, how do you not know? You've got security cameras everywhere. You have the android's history. It wouldn't, like, Mother would know. And Mother doesn't talk like a person. Doesn't go like, hey, man, how's everything going? How's things going? I was like, no. And none of this would be done in speech. They are robots. You just have it done instantly through a connection.
I feel like,
bro,
I feel like someone
cheers for the robots. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I feel like someone read the plot of the Predator to a child, and then they relayed it to Dan Trachtenberg, and then he based his understanding of the Predator universe off of that to make this movie. That's what this feels like, because it's just so toothless. It's so like
hollow.
Disney-fied.
It's very hollow. Because
and like I say,
they're trying to get emotion out of you, but you can't get yourself attached to any of the characters because they break their own lore, and it's
humanize the fuck out of the Predator. And it's one of those things where it's like, it's always good to do that, isn't it? And it's like, no. Why do you assume that?
You know what? No. Like I say, you could have just made your own generic sci-fi movie about an actual humanoid hunter a race of hunters, and he gets exiled to this planet so that he can kill something and like win his trophy, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
and that would be fine. But like, I don't want a predator to be doing this. I don't want a predator, right, to be sitting in a cave with fucking half of an android woman talking about how sad he is that his dad killed his brother and his dad doesn't respect him because he's too small and he's like the runt of the litter and he feels inadequate. He's like talking about his feelings, and it's like, I don't want this from a predator. This is not what they're supposed to be. I don't want them to be humanized. They're not human.
I don't even like the way they try to explain how this fits in. You know, there's been like, it is now time to choose your hunt. You must go to the computer screen and select a planet and then select a war. It's like, no. I don't want to see any of this. Like, it's so lame.
Yeah, these are two franchises. Sorry, I'm talking about Alien and Predator, where like the less explained, the better. Mm-hmm. You know, like the Predator. Remember at the end of Predator, where there's no reason for you to believe that that's not its real face, and then it comes off, and Nancy Pelosi's underneath, and it's right. You have the face reveal for the first time, and it's like that. Those kind of reveals. Same thing with the Alien, right? In the original Alien film, where you're never quite sure what the widths and depths are of its power level, what it even physically looks like necessarily. And now we literally have like internal monologues for them. Yeah. Like, what are we even doing?
Well, that's the thing. From the very beginning, the predator should have been a feared creature. You know, it's hunting you. It's trying to kill you. And that's what all these movies are based on. And now with this movie, the predator, we now empathize with it. We understand that it's got its own daddy issues to work out, and that's why it's trying to
which is just what we needed in this franchise. But
if you ever needed a sign of like it's done by modern writers, there's going to be fucking daddy issues in there and feelings of inadequacy.
With everything you just said, Razor, have you seen any of Alien Earth?
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah, they turned the alien into a pet dog.
They did.
It's like, holy shit, guys! And
but like, luckily, they had the Planeteers there to save the day.
Like, people are saying that Alien and Predator are healthier than ever, like as franchises. God, we're fucked.
What? I know. And dude, the freaking headlines.
Well, healthier means neutered.
Dude, they had a headline about this movie in my local paper. I shit you not. Who knew a Predator movie could be this fun? I was like, did you watch Predator 1 and 2? Like, what are you? Arnold's dropping one-liners like tack nukes. You know, Jesse Ventura's turning bitches into beefaroni with a minigun the size of a water heater. Like, oh, who would find that fun? For crying out loud! No,
what Drinker is like. Have these people even seen the movie? Do they know what it is? Like, I don't think so. They kind of just be like, that's that old movie. I don't need to see that. It's boring.
Yeah, that's honestly what I think it is, and it's just like. They do not give that original movie anywhere near the credit that it deserves because it's
so good.
It's such a smart script. It's so well paced. It moves you between different genres. And, you know, I think Trachtenberg himself even said, well, you know, people, what's the point in us just doing the same thing over and over and over again, just making the same movie? And I thought you're missing the fundamental point of you probably just shouldn't be making any.
Yeah.
Because you've got nothing to add to it. Like, doing this kind of goofy shit isn't like adding to the value of the Predator franchise. And, you know, people can make that argument of, well, who says that every Predator movie has to just be about a big sort of beefy 1980s action flick? Well, no, but like by the same token, if I go and watch a Saw movie and it turns out to be a romantic comedy, then I'm probably not going to enjoy that either. You set certain expectations with your franchise because it's founded on certain ideas. And when you start to go too far outside that, well, you've lost it. You've just got something else with a Predator suit on it.
Well, thanks for putting that out in the universe. That's going to happen for Saw.
Yeah, but no shit.
Yeah, but
don't give them ideas, man.
Predator, he had the one-liners. There's so many quotes like, I don't have time to bleed. And then in this movie, Badlands, what is the quote? Wolf? Wolf. Like that's the big line.
That's his arc. You just laid out his arc. It's so good.
It was a wolf.
And I'm like,
so good.
All right.
I just have to put this in there as well. Just for
oh man!
Name a bigger downgrade, by the way.
Oh my god!
Kroger brand Predator. Yes.
I mean, I get like because this Predator is more. Well, if their goal was to humanize him, he definitely is. Like he's much more expressive and he's very much more understandably human in terms of his reactions to things. But again, is that what you want from a Predator? Because it's supposed to be thoroughly alien and terrifying and weird and not understandable. Right. And now it is. Now it's just a guy with a slightly fucked up face, basically.
Well, now I can empathize with 87 Predator.
Yes.
And feel for him and
and
feel better when he kills me that I helped.
Well, maybe he had daddy issues as well. Maybe he's just trying to prove himself.
Yeah, you don't know.
I wish to highlight.
Maybe he's an incel. I don't know.
There's especially with this image up, just because you've reminded me, right? So I want to highlight a part of this movie where I consider it jumped the shark, and I consider that to be a relative term, as in you have to jump from what you already were, which, as far as I'm concerned, was a jump of the shark of the Predator franchise. But I'm assuming you guys probably would pick a similar moment. But you see the plasma caster there that the original Predator has. Well, our new one, he doesn't get that in this movie, and so he has to improvise. And I'm not joking. He tames an acid-spitting eel to wrap around his torso and become a plasma caster. That is a thing that happens. And before you can even react to that being the stupidest thing in the movie, the bad guy gets his actual plasma caster, aims it at him, is about to shoot, and he doesn't, for some reason, realize what's happening, even though he knows the weapon back to front. Doesn't jump out of the way. Instead, just watches her shoot it, and his little eel does a hero dive in front of the plasma caster so that he takes the shot. But they have this moment.
Well, didn't you feel the emotion of that death, Mauler? It was beautiful.
They really want you to. They have that shot where the Predator looks at the dead eel like, no.
It's a metaphor for what's happening in the world with men nowadays. Like their eel is, dying out there.
I can't believe they fucking did that shit, man. Like, this movie's a joke.
You just don't get it. The recurrent use of the eel as a Christ figure. You don't understand.
Death, sacrifice, resurrection. It's beautiful.
Oh god, it's so bad. It's so bad.
The thing is, like, if you were to describe the plot for this, it would be really quick and easy as well. Like, literally, the Predator is going to be killed by his dad because he's the runt of the litter. His brother sacrifices himself to save him, puts him on his ship, and just, like, he takes off, goes to this planet that's he'd chosen previously. Even though they were never meant to go there, but he's determined to kill the biggest, strongest, most powerful predator or apex predator on that planet to prove himself. And then he's just going to kill his dad anyway. So you kind of wonder what's the point in killing this thing, but whatever. And then he runs into the android who helps him. She's literally just strung up in a tree when he runs into her, and then she joins his little group. And that's kind of the extent of the story. Like, it's not a complex one. You find out she was sent there by Wayland Yutani with a bunch of other synths to study the place and, like, try and recover samples. They were sent to get that apex predator as well. I can never remember what it's fucking called, but
Calyx.
Yeah. And one other synth survived it, like basically her twin or her sister, same model. But she's the evil one. She's leading the evil synths to recover this thing.
When they have the scene where the Predators get tortured and they keep showing the android being like, no. I was like, what the fuck are we doing, man? Like, what am I watching?
Well, he starts his own clan, and it's just like, it's so cheesy. I'm like, really? This is where we're going? The three of them? This is the clan that he's given up everything that he's been taught his whole life, like the Yacho way, giving it all up to start his own clan with.
He's rejecting. He's rejecting all the male characters, and the woman and the alien are both women.
Yeah,
it's the hashtag Predator resistance. Don't worry about it.